Last Tuesday, paramedics rushed to a quiet suburban home where they found 68-year-old Margaret collapsed in her hallway, conscious but shaken. She'd been walking to the kitchen when her legs simply gave out beneath her. No chest pain, no shortness of breath, no warning signs. Just a woman who'd started her morning the same way she had for decades, never knowing that her routine was slowly stealing her strength, her balance, and potentially years from her life. Margaret's story isn't unique. Right now, millions of people over 60 are unknowingly sabotaging their health with 5 seemingly innocent morning habits. These aren't dramatic lifestyle choices or obvious health risks. They're subtle, silent destroyers that work so gradually most people never see them coming until it's too late. Today, I'm going to expose these 5 hidden dangers lurking in your morning routine. More importantly, I'll show you exactly how to transform these life-stealing habits into life-giving rituals that can add decades of vitality, independence, and joy to your years. The 5th habit is so dangerous yet so common that it's literally reshaping the aging process for millions of people worldwide. If you want to protect yourself and the people you love, hit that like button right now, subscribe to this channel and ring the notification bell, because this information could be the difference between thriving in your golden years or merely surviving them. And as we journey through this together, I want you to comment below. I choose to honor my body's wisdom every morning. This isn't just a comment, it's your declaration of war against premature aging. The silent destroyer, number 1, the shock and awe wake-up. Picture this. Your alarm screams, your eyes snap open, and like a soldier responding to battle stations, you launch yourself out of bed. Your feet hit the floor, you're vertical in seconds, and you're off to conquer your day. Sound familiar? This seemingly energetic start to your morning is actually a brutal assault on your cardiovascular system that could be setting you up for disaster. Here's what's really happening inside your body during those crucial first moments. After 8 hours of horizontal rest, your blood has pooled in different areas. Your blood pressure has naturally dropped, and your heart rate has slowed to its peaceful nighttime rhythm. When you rocket upright without warning, you're demanding that your cardiovascular system go from 0 to 60 in mere seconds. For someone over 60, this is like flooring the gas pedal on a cold engine. Your blood pressure plummets before your heart can compensate, creating what doctors call orthostatic hypertension. The result? Your brain gets temporarily starved of oxygen, leading to dizziness, lightheadedness, blurred vision, or worse. A catastrophic fall that could change your life forever. Dr. Sarah Chen, a geriatric cardiologist at Mayo Clinic, recently told me that emergency rooms see a spike in senior falls between 6 and 8 a.m., and the vast majority happen within minutes of getting out of bed. It's not the bed that's dangerous, she explained. It's the way people leave it. The Ancient Wisdom Solution. In the monasteries of Tibet, monks have practiced what they call the gentle awakening for over 1,000 years. They understand that the transition from sleep to wakefulness is sacred, requiring patience and respect for the body's natural rhythms. When you first open your eyes, resist the urge to leap into action. Instead, begin with 3 deep breaths, feeling your chest rise and fall. Wiggle your fingers and toes, awakening your circulation. Gently rotate your ankles and wrists while still lying down. Roll to your side, then slowly sit up, letting your feet touch the floor. Sit on the edge of your bed for 30 to 60 seconds, allowing your blood pressure to stabilize. Only then should you stand, rising as if you're a tree growing toward the sun, slow, steady, and strong. This simple 2-minute ritual could be the difference between starting your day safely or starting it with a trip to the emergency room. The silent destroyer, number 2, the desert within. Every night, while you sleep peacefully, your body is working tirelessly. Your heart beats roughly 28,000 times. Your lungs inflate and deflate 8,000 times. Your kidneys filter your blood, your liver detoxifies, and every cell in your body continues its vital work. All of this requires water, lots of it. By morning, you've essentially been stranded in a metabolic desert for 8 hours, and your body is crying out for hydration. Yet most people stumble to the coffee maker, reach for their medications, or dive straight into their morning routine without addressing this critical need. This isn't just an oversight, it's a compound error that sets off a cascade of problems throughout your entire day. When you're dehydrated, your blood becomes thicker, forcing your heart to work harder to pump it through your system. Your blood pressure becomes unstable. Your brain function slows down. Your joints lose their lubrication. Your muscles become more prone to cramps and strains. For seniors whose bodies are already less efficient at maintaining fluid balance, this morning dehydration is like starting each day with a handicap you could easily avoid. I'll never forget the story of Martha, a 72-year-old retired teacher who came to see me complaining of morning headaches, fatigue, and what she called brain fog. She'd been to 3 doctors and had numerous tests, all coming back normal. When I learned she wasn't drinking water until after her morning coffee and medications, we made one simple change: a large glass of water immediately upon waking. Within 2 weeks, her symptoms had virtually disappeared. Her body had been sending her an SOS signal every morning, and she just needed to learn the language. In Ayurvedic tradition, water is considered the first medicine of the day. Ancient practitioners believed that how you hydrate upon waking sets the tone for your entire body's function, and they weren't wrong. Modern research shows that proper morning hydration improves cognitive function, stabilizes blood pressure, enhances circulation, and even supports better mood regulation. So, here's your new hydration ritual. Before your feet hit the floor, reach for a glass of water you've placed by your bedside the night before. Room temperature is ideal. Cold water can shock your system, while warm water is, well, a bit too stimulating. Add a slice of lemon if you enjoy it, but really keep it simple. Drink slowly and mindfully, imagining this water reaching every cell in your body. Think of it not as a chore, but as the first gift you give yourself each day. This single habit, drinking water before anything else, could eliminate morning headaches, reduce dizziness, improve your energy, and add a spring to your step that lasts all day long. Coffee. The beloved morning ritual that brings millions of people to life each day. The rich aroma, the comforting warmth, the gentle kick of caffeine that seems to open your eyes and sharpen your mind. For many, the day doesn't truly begin until that first sip touches their lips. But if you're drinking coffee on an empty stomach, especially after age 60, you're unknowingly creating a toxic environment in your digestive system that could be stealing your health 1 cup at a time. When you wake up, your stomach has been empty for 10 to 12 hours. The delicate lining is vulnerable, your digestive enzymes are dormant, and your blood sugar is at its lowest point of the day. Coffee is highly acidic, about as acidic as orange juice or wine. When you pour this acid directly onto your empty sensitive stomach lining, you trigger an explosion of gastric acid production with nothing to buffer it. The immediate effects might seem minor: a little heartburn, some stomach discomfort, maybe a slight queasy feeling. But the long-term consequences are anything but minor. This daily acid assault can lead to gastritis, ulcers, acid reflux disease, and even increase your risk of stomach cancer. For seniors whose digestive systems are already more sensitive and heal more slowly, this morning coffee habit can become a recipe for chronic digestive misery. Let me tell you about James, a 69-year-old retired mechanic who'd been drinking black coffee on an empty stomach for 40 years. He prided himself on his cast-iron stomach and his ability to get going quickly in the morning. But gradually he developed persistent heartburn, then painful acid reflux that kept him awake at night. His doctor prescribed medications, but the real solution was simpler than anyone imagined: eating just a small piece of whole-grain toast before his coffee. Within weeks, his symptoms dramatically improved, and within months, he was able to reduce his medications. Buddhist monks have a saying: never awaken the fire without first providing fuel. They understand that stimulating the body's systems without proper preparation is like revving an engine without oil. It might work temporarily, but it will cause damage over time. Your new coffee ritual: before you brew that first cup, give your stomach something to work with. It doesn't need to be a full breakfast, just a small foundation. Try a banana, which provides natural sugars and potassium while being gentle on your stomach. A handful of nuts offers healthy fats and protein. A piece of whole grain toast provides complex carbohydrates. Even a small cup of plain yogurt can create the protective barrier your stomach needs. The key is timing. Eat first, wait 10 to 15 minutes, then enjoy your coffee. This simple change transforms your morning stimulant from a potential toxin into the pleasant ritual it's meant to be. The silent destroyer number 4, the rusty robot syndrome. Every morning, millions of seniors wake up feeling, well, a bit like the Tin Man from The Wizard of Oz, stiff, creaky, and in desperate need of oil. They feel the tightness in their back, the stiffness in their knees, and that ache in their shoulders. And like clockwork, they do what seems logical. They ignore it and push through, thinking that movement will eventually loosen things up. But honestly, this approach isn't just uncomfortable, it's dangerous. That morning, stiffness isn't just an inconvenience, it's your body's warning system telling you that your joints, muscles, and connective tissues need a bit of time to transition from sleep mode to action mode. When you ignore this warning and force immediate movement, you're really setting yourself up for strains, tears, falls, and injuries that could have been completely avoided. During sleep, your body temperature drops a little, your circulation slows, and the synovial fluid that lubricates your joints becomes thicker, almost like honey in a cold jar. Your muscles lose some of their flexibility and your proprioception, your body's awareness of its position in space, becomes temporarily impaired. That's why you might feel unsteady or even a bit clumsy in those first few minutes after waking. Consider the story of Eleanor, a vibrant 74-year-old who absolutely loved to garden. Every morning, she'd force herself out of bed and immediately start her day, ignoring the stiffness that had become her unwelcome morning companion. One Tuesday morning, as she hurried to let her cat out, her ankle gave way and she tumbled down 3 steps, breaking her wrist and badly bruising her hip. The fall happened because her body simply wasn't ready for the demands she was placing on it. The gentle awakening solution. In traditional Chinese medicine, practitioners speak of awakening the dragon. That is, the slow, mindful process of rousing the body's energy systems from their nighttime slumber. They understand that rushing this process is a bit like trying to start a car in winter without letting the engine warm up. So, here's your new mobility ritual. While still in bed, begin with gentle movements that awaken your circulation and prepare your joints. Point and flex your feet several times. Make slow circles with your ankles. Gently pull your knees toward your chest one at a time. Reach your arms overhead and stretch like a contented cat. Roll your shoulders backward and forward. Turn your head slowly from side to side. Then when you sit up, take time to stretch your spine, imagining each vertebra stacking on top of the next like building blocks. Before standing, sit on the edge of your bed and march in place, lifting your knees gently to activate your hip joints. This 5-minute investment in your body's readiness could, quite honestly, prevent months of pain and recovery from an avoidable injury. Now, we come to the most insidious, most dangerous, and most overlooked habit of all. It's so subtle that, honestly, most people don't even realize they're doing it. It's so gradual that it just seems like natural aging. Yet it's responsible for more falls, more injuries, more loss of independence, and more premature death among seniors than any other single factor. This silent destroyer is the slow, unconscious collapse of your posture upon waking. If you watch most people over 60 get out of bed in the morning, you'll see it. Shoulders rolled forward, head pushed forward, spine curved, chest collapsed. They shuffle rather than walk, look down rather than ahead, and carry themselves as if they're already defeated by the day before it's even begun. This isn't just poor posture. It's a death spiral that affects every system in your body. When your posture collapses, your lung capacity decreases by up to 30%, reducing the oxygen available to your brain and organs. Your digestive system gets compressed, leading to poor digestion and elimination. Your balance becomes compromised because your center of gravity shifts forward. Your confidence plummets because your body language signals defeat to your own brain. Most dangerously, your ability to react quickly to prevent falls becomes severely impaired. Dr. Michael Roizen, Chief Wellness Officer at Cleveland Clinic, has studied this phenomenon extensively. He explains, poor posture doesn't just make you look older, it literally accelerates the aging process at a cellular level. When you collapse your posture, you're telling every system in your body to start shutting down. The tragic story of William illustrates this perfectly. At 79, he was still mentally sharp and wanted to remain independent. But gradually his morning posture had deteriorated into what his family called the shuffle. His head was always down, his shoulders hunched, his steps uncertain. One morning, while shuffling to the bathroom, he didn't see his cat sleeping in the hallway. He tripped, fell backward, and suffered a traumatic brain injury that changed his life forever. The fall happened not because he was frail, but because his collapsed posture had made him blind to his environment and unable to react quickly enough to save himself. In the martial arts traditions of Asia, masters understand that how you carry your body determines how you experience life. They teach that posture is the physical manifestation of your life force, your dignity, and your connection to the world around you. Standing tall isn't vanity, it's survival, your new posture protocol. Before you take your first step each morning, perform what I call the crown ceremony. While sitting on the edge of your bed, imagine a golden string attached to the crown of your head, gently pulling you toward the ceiling. Feel your spine lengthening, vertebra by vertebra. Pull your shoulders back and down, opening your chest. Lift your chin until it's parallel to the floor. Take 3 deep breaths in this position, feeling your ribs expand fully. When you stand, maintain this alignment. Imagine you're wearing an invisible crown that you must balance perfectly. Your first steps should be deliberate and conscious, with your eyes looking ahead, not down at the ground. Each morning, you're not just getting out of bed, you're reclaiming your dignity, your strength, and your right to move through the world with confidence and grace. This simple practice doesn't just prevent falls, it transforms how you feel about yourself and how others perceive you. You'll breathe better, think clearer, and move with the confidence of someone who refuses to surrender to the myths of aging. Perhaps right now you're thinking, I've been doing these things for years and I'm fine. I understand that feeling. Our brains are wired to believe that what hasn't hurt us yet never will. But the human body doesn't work on this simple logic. Your body is more like a savings account than a checking account. Every poor choice makes a small withdrawal, every good choice makes a small deposit. The balance doesn't show up until much later. Think of a magnificent old oak tree. For decades it stands strong and proud, weathering every storm, but if you look closely you might notice small signs: a branch that's a little droopy, leaves that aren't quite as green, bark that's starting to crack. To the casual observer, the tree looks fine, but to the expert eye, the tree is already beginning its decline. One day, during what seems like a mild storm, the mighty oak suddenly crashes to the ground. It wasn't the storm that killed the tree, it was years of accumulated small stresses that weakened its foundation. Your body works the same way. Every morning you shock your cardiovascular system, every day you start dehydrated, every time you assault your stomach with acid, every moment you ignore your body's stiffness, every step you take with collapsed posture. These aren't just minor inconveniences. They're deposits in a bank account of accumulated damage that will eventually come due. But here's the beautiful truth. It's never too late to start making deposits in the other direction. Your body possesses an almost miraculous ability to heal, strengthen and regenerate when you give it what it needs. The changes I've shared with you today aren't just about preventing problems. They're about unlocking levels of energy, vitality and joy that you may have thought were lost forever. Research from Harvard Medical School shows that people who adopt these simple morning practices experience measurable improvements in balance, strength, cognitive function, and overall well-being within just weeks. Dr. Ellen Langer's groundbreaking studies on aging have proven that when we change how we move and carry ourselves, we literally change how our bodies age at the cellular level. The question isn't whether these changes will help you. The science is clear that they will. The question is whether you'll give yourself the gift of starting today or whether you'll wait until your body forces the decision upon you. If you've stayed with me this long, you've already proven something extraordinary about yourself. While millions of people sleepwalk through their mornings, repeating the same harmful patterns day after day, you've chosen awareness. You've chosen to look beyond the surface and understand the profound impact of seemingly small choices. This awareness is the first and most important step toward transformation. You now hold 5 keys that can unlock decades of additional vitality. The gentle awakening that protects your cardiovascular system, the hydration ritual that nourishes every cell, the protective eating that shields your digestive system, the mobility preparation that prevents injury, and the posture practice that restores your dignity and confidence. These aren't just health tips, they're life preservation tools. Each one is a small rebellion against the myth that aging means declining. Each practice is a daily declaration that you refuse to go gentle into that good night, that you choose to rage against the dying of the light. Your journey doesn't require perfection. It doesn't demand dramatic changes. It simply asks for consistency and respect. Respect for the miraculous body that has carried you this far and still has so much more to give. Every morning is a new chance to choose differently. Every day is an opportunity to deposit health, strength, and vitality into your future self. The person you'll be a year from now, 5 years from now, a decade from now, is being shaped by the choices you make tomorrow morning. Remember, you don't have to wait until you're in crisis to start caring for yourself. You don't have to lose your independence to appreciate it. You don't have to fall to understand the importance of balance. You can start honoring your body's wisdom right now, today, tomorrow morning. If this message has resonated with you, if you felt that spark of recognition that whispers, "This is for me," then don't let this moment pass. Hit that like button to tell the algorithm that this message matters. Subscribe to this channel so you'll never miss life-changing information like this. Ring that notification bell because your health and independence are worth staying informed about. And most importantly, comment below. I choose to honor my body's wisdom every morning. Let this be more than words on a screen. Let it be your commitment to yourself, your family, and everyone who loves you and wants to see you thrive for years to come. Your body has been patiently waiting for you to listen to its wisdom. Tomorrow morning, start the conversation. Your future self will thank you for every small choice you make, with love, consciousness, and respect. The transformation begins not when you feel ready, not when circumstances are perfect, but when you decide that you're worth the effort. And you are worth the effort. You are worth the time. You are worth every moment of care you can give yourself. Your strongest, most vibrant years aren't behind you. They're waiting for you to claim them. And it all starts tomorrow morning with the first conscious choice you make as your feet touch the floor.